different tiers on how they categorize influencers. There's nano, micro, mid tier, macro, and mega. So a nano influencer is anywhere between 1,000 to 10,000 followers. A micro influencer is anywhere between 10,000 to 50,000 followers. A mid tier is 50,000 to 500,000, and a macro is 500,000 to a million, and then a mega is 1 million plus. All of this really does, you being aware of this will be able to help you when it comes to negotiating your rates, because you can then do research on what other influencers are doing into and how they're rating themselves, categorizing themselves when it comes to the compensation, when it comes to talking to these brands. So there's actually a good site that I want y'all to write down. It's called FYMP.VIP. FYMP.VIP. I didn't want to curse on here, but it's called FU Pay Me. That's what it stands for, pretty much. So FU Pay. So wait, FYPM. I'm so sorry. My bad. FYPM.VIP. That's that website. And what that website does is pretty much it allows you to see what other brands are paying other influencers, and it will literally show it's other influencers telling them going on the website anonymously and showing exactly what they got paid for, what they had to do, how many deliverables they had to do, how many followers they have, and all that. And it'll help you negotiate when it comes to these things. So that's a really helpful website. I saw you had a question. What's up? Yeah, for sure. So nano is 1 to 10,000 followers. Macro is 10 to 50,000 followers. Mid tier is 50,000 to 500,000. Macro is 500,000 to 1 million, and mega is 1 million plus. All right. We got any other questions? Oh, my bad. Which part? That other part? Oh, okay. I got you. So nano is 1 to 10,000. Micro is 10 to 50,000. 10 to 50,000. And then mid tier is 50 to 500,000. Yep. And then macro is 500 to 1 million. And then mega is 1 million plus. And all of that definitely is going to matter when it comes to negotiating, because like I said, they're going to try to save money with you. They're going to lowball you straight up. I've gotten like offers for like with brands that make multi-million dollar corporations that will offer like $200 for like 10 videos. And like I'm telling you, bro, I'm telling you. Like they'll definitely they will try it and they'll see if you bite. And that's why you really have to be aware of like your own worth as a creative. Like yeah, for 10 plus videos, but I'm telling you, they will spit out whatever they can to get you to do it. And if you do it, you do it. Like it's kind of one of those things where, and if you take those offers, that's why my advice is to never take the first offer. See, it's okay to ask, and that's something that's like I was afraid to do, was to ask, like, and be like, would y'all offer this? I was scared to do that because I was like, damn, what if they don't want to work with me no more because I'm asking for too much, you know? Don't be afraid of that. They're going to tell you if they have the budget or not. And it's really good. And if they have it, cool. If they don't, cool. It's your decision to kind of, they're not just going to drop you off of you just asking it. You have every right to ask any question you ask. You have every right to demand whatever you feel like is worth it. They're going to tell you straight up if they have it or not. And then from then on, you decide if you want to take it or not. And from then on, like I'll also say, whenever you do your own research on what category, you know, you are in that world, I was still, once you kind of figure out if you use, whether you use that website or you just kind of do Google research of like what's the average cost or whatever, I would still actually range it up a little higher because they're still going to scale you down. So let's say like you're gonna say like $1,000 for a video or for like whatever they ask you to do. Like let's say you're the average that you look up, say okay, they averagely charge like $1,000. If that's the case, they're gonna automatically be like, okay, can we pay you like $600 to do that? So it's really important that you say like, instead of saying 1,000, I'll say like 2,000, 3,000, because and that might sound crazy, but sometimes they'll actually go for it, especially if you've done the research on that brand. If you know that brand has the money, like you could just do some easy little research, how big they are, the scale of it, what they do, how many customers they have. All those things are gonna matter because sometimes they'll actually really go for it. Or if they don't go for the exact amount that you said, they'll be like, okay, if you say 3,000, can we meet in the middle like at 2,000, 2,300? Then you're getting more than what you even were gonna get in the beginning. And that's really where you wanna get at, because from then on, if you provide them with quality content, they're gonna come back and you can get that same exact, you won't go down from that rate. If they try to offer you down, you'd be like, I've worked with you guys before and y'all paid me this, so can we either meet that same rate or possibly go higher, you know what I'm saying? So it's just one of those things where you should definitely still try to scale up because they're always gonna try to scale you down. So go high before you go low. It takes me like to edit them about, well, I got kind of familiar with it, but it'll still take me about like 2 hours to make it. Maybe like like 2 hours, because I'll have to find the clips. And if it's just like a photo shoot that I shot and I just recorded all the BTS, putting all the clips together, it'll probably take me like, it'll probably still take me around like about an hour and a half to 2 hours, I would say, to edit a video and like do the voiceover. Now, I use CapCut to edit. It's real easy to use, you know what I'm saying? Like everything is there. You can also do so much with that app. And now, like, here's another thing when it comes to stimulating. There's a lot of different ways. So it's the audio, your visuals, but also for me, what's worked is the texts. So text on the screen, these are all things that are gonna keep the brain stimulated. The brain, you're reading something, you're hearing something, and you're watching something all at the same time. So there have 3 different ways to kind of recapture that person's attention, whether they're doing something else, just listening to you talk, or they're live watching the video and seeing all 3 of these things that act on action. And the text. So pretty much if you're talking in the video, I would definitely add subtitles to what you're saying. Yeah, it's gonna help. And there's different styles of how you could do that too. You could go, something that worked for me is like if I have like an introduction, like my hook, I'll make my hook like pretty big. Yeah, just like to kind of just be in your face, just to stimulate your brain, kind of just be in your face, like boom, whether they read it or not. It's just like they're looking at it and kind of just triggers something in their brain to kind of keep watching whatever just came up. And then I'll just go like small with like what I'm actually saying. And then like, if you want to make it detailed and like highlight the main things, like basically go in and like kind of change the color of it. If you want to go like that, you can. I know with CapCut, you could do like automatic subtitles. Like you could just kind of like go in there and it would just automatically just create subtitles for whatever you're saying, your voiceover. So you could do it like that too. I've seen that work as well. So, and it's a more efficient way to do that as well. Because before, I would just go in, generate the subtitles, and go in and change the font, and then like do it like that. But the automatic subtitles thing too, it definitely works. It's definitely something that saves time, and that's an important thing when it comes to this stuff. Just because maximizing your time is always going to be really, really important when it comes to creating content and just life. Like when it comes to just life and knowing when to do all those things is important. And also pay attention. I'll do some research too, whether on your own account, if you have a business or creator account, you're able to see the insights of your followers and like their posts and all that. If you have that available, pay attention to when your followers are most active. It'll show you. And always post around those times. Now, if you just want a universal scale around, at least on TikTok, every day it varies, but overall posting overnight does work better than other times. As far as what I've had, all my experiences, me posting around like 11 p.m., 12 a.m., like, and just kind of just letting it flow overnight usually tends to do better for me than me posting in the afternoon. Yeah, it's kind of always worked like that. And that actually brings me to something I want to talk about, which is called SEO, which is search engine optimization. And with video, especially with TikTok, this really works more with TikTok. What I would do is I would go on TikTok and I would say, I would type in whatever niche that you are. So let's say, like, for example, like when I would make videos on Canon T6, I would look up Canon T6 and I would scroll down to where you see related, I think it says related searches. And it will show like all the people, what people are typically searching within that category. I would take all of that, literally go to your notes, type out everything that they're searching, put it in a paragraph before you post. Before you post on TikTok, take that paragraph, copy and paste it on the video, make it real small, move it off to the side, and then post it. Because it's gonna, all those key words that you're using is now gonna be in your video, even though it's not showing at all in the video. Yeah. Yeah, no. I mean, you could say it too. That'll, you could say it too. But what I was saying is like when you search up whatever niche, so like for example, for me, like I make videos surrounded by my T6. So if you're gonna make videos about that, for example, I will look up Canon T6, maybe Canon T6 pictures, Canon photography tips, whatever. Like scroll down a little bit on your TikTok, you'll see where it says related searches, and what you want to do is look at all those related searches, go to your notes or something, type out all those titles that you see people searching up into just like a little paragraph. Before you post your videos, take that paragraph, copy and paste it, put it on the actual video like as a text, make it real small, and just move it off to the side, and then your video is now going to have a better chance of showing up in all those keywords that you just typed in that people are searching. So now, you say what? Yeah, you put it in the video, you're just making it not seen to the viewer. So you can still move it off to the side and it won't delete it. It'll still be there, yeah. Because it doesn't read what you say. It just kind of registers what's a part of the video. So technically, even though it's like off to the side, since it's still in the video and you didn't delete it, it still registers as it being a part of the video. You don't have to say it, no.